Chef Michi and welcome to KTA Kitchens. Today I'm going to show you how to make a 5-spice pork tenderloin with baby bok choy. And for our ingredients today, we have 1 pound of pork tenderloin, some canola or vegetable oil, Asian shallots sliced very thin, light soy sauce, 1 garlic clove minced, some agave or you can use honey, a little bit of 5-spice powder, some fresh ginger, peeled and minced, low sodium chicken stock. We've got some nice sliced button mushrooms, some baby bok choy, and our shelled edamame, which is soybeans. And we're gonna finish off with a little bit of salt and fresh ground pepper. Next, we're gonna sear our pork tenderloin. I have my pan already preheating on medium-high. I'm just simply gonna brush a little bit of that vegetable or canola oil onto the pork. This really helps and keeps it from sticking to the pan. You're going to season with salt and fresh ground pepper. A little bit of salt. I'm going to do the other side once I get it into the pan. So that's the sound that you want to hear as you put that pork into the pan. So while you've got that prepared side down, now you can finish up on the other sides just so it's completely basted and seasoned. All these little steps are really important because it's going to do a lot of things. You're flavoring the meat, you're going to help. When you sear it, it's going to seal in all those nice juices of the pork. And now we're going to make a little sauce to pour over the pork and marinate it and give it a really nice flavor. I'm going to put the soy sauce, our fresh minced garlic. This is the honey. You can also use agave. Agave is actually really good for your body. It's a low glycemic index, which means it doesn't make your sugar spike in your body. Use that 5-spice. This you use just a hint. It has a very strong flavor. There's a lot of clovey 5-spice flavor in there. Just a hint. Last was our minced ginger. We're going to mix this all together. You actually pour that right over the pork and just make sure that it bastes the whole pork before we move on to the next step. So the pork is nicely browned. Got a really nice crust. That's going to hold in all those juices. And we just simply want to pour that marinade right over it. You don't have to be neat or fancy, just put it on there and use your brush, or you can use a spoon or a fork, and just kind of coat the outside of that pork with your sauce. And as you can see, all sides have a really nice golden brown color. That's just locking in all that juice and flavor. Okay, we're going to add our shallots in there. Give them a quick stir. You're still on a nice medium-high heat. And this is going to flavor your broth and infuse it with a lot of flavor. I like to use shallots, onion, garlic. It's all high flavor ingredients without using a lot of oil or butter. Okay, and that's good. So now we can put in our chicken stock. That has come up to a nice brisk boil already, and that's what you're looking for, a nice simmer. I'm going to turn down the heat already. And we'll be adding in our other ingredients and just covering it and let it simmer and stew all by itself. You can give it a quick stir before you close that lid. I'm going to save the baby bok choy for last because you want those vibrant green colors to stay, so we don't want to cook it too long. I'm just going to give these a quick stir so it gets all the flavor on there, and then you just close the lid. Now you don't want to put this in too early. Actually, I like to put it in at the last minute. Your vegetable greenness will stay vibrant and the little bit of the stem part will be crunchy. That'll just add to the textures of the whole dish. You get a little bit of the soft mushrooms and shallots and then a little crispiness of those veggies. I do want to make sure that it's got some flavor though, so I'm just going to kind of flip it over and make sure that they're incorporated into the sauce. It's just wonderful down at the bottom of this pan. Spoon a little bit of those nice veggies into a nice bowl. If you want, you can serve it with brown rice or white rice. I prefer brown just because there's more nutrients. You get a little more bang for your buck. It's a nice bed of veggies. And with the pork, it is done. I'm gonna just slice it on the bias here. Take the whole thing out. Whenever you're cutting, I don't know what it is, but if you cut on the diagonal, it just presents really nice. And that's what you want, just a nice visual, also all that nice flavor as well. So I'm gonna put that right on here. And don't waste that wonderful sauce. We want to spoon some of that right over the top. And here's your 5-spice braised pork tenderloin dish. A really wonderful pairing with this would be a crisp white Chardonnay. Thank you for joining me. I'm Chef Michi, coming to you from KTA Kitchens. You can also find this recipe at KTA Superstores.com/recipes. Aloha.